welcome back to the shed. This is just a quick video. By the time you see this I'll be off on holidays, but I thought I'd show you what I've got coming up in the shed. Now, I've got a few options of what to do next, so I thought I'd give you a look at them and get you to tell me in the comments what you'd like to see me do. So this is the first one here, and as you can see it's a pretty big beast. It's a Britain radio, and it looks to be in pretty good condition. This looks like the original grill cloth, original knobs. It's got the original escutcheon here. I don't know if I can clean that up at all. The dial is nice, in very good condition. Now, I did a little bit of research, and Britain Radio was, it's an Australian company. They were made in Sydney, Parramatta Road, Petersham, from 37 to 42. And before that in Mountain Street, Sydney, from 34 to 37, so 1937. The company apparently didn't last very long. It closed in 1942, and production history, it says, and this is from Radio Museum, 34 to 1939, so they only produced radios for 5 years. Well, I guess I'd better turn it around and have a look in the back. It's a bit of a lump. Now, it does have a back panel on it, but I'm not sure if it's original. It doesn't fit very well. I think it's probably something that just happened to fit. It says B452 here on it, Aerial and Earth. I haven't really seen the inside of this yet. I bought it quite recently. Now, the reason I bought this radio was because I received one of these FM conversion kits from Blitz in Germany. The kits are actually made in France, and this was sent to me from France. I haven't really had a close look at it yet. Now, I was looking for a valve radio AM which had a magic eye tube, because this kit supports a magic eye tube, and he wanted me to try it out for him. So I've been looking for the ideal radio to do it, and that's why I grabbed this one, because it ticks all those boxes. So let's have a look in the back anyway. And this is a very Philipsy looking radio. Just looking at these coils here with the crimp around the middle. And what's the output valve? Let's have a look. No writing on that. I'll have to try and get a schematic. Shouldn't be too hard, just look for a Philips. I don't know what that is. This will be probably a 5x3. Yeah, it's a 5x3. It's got some of the writing left on it. I don't know about the others. But it's Philips through and through. I think even the cobwebs are probably Philips. They'll probably be really difficult to remove. And looking up here at the dial, we have the, oh dear, the classics Philips cable-driven dial with a mess of broken steel braided wire. Oh, I have done these before, and yeah, they're not fun. Other than that, it looks pretty conventional. Doesn't look as if it's been messed with at all, actually. So that's a bit of a bonus. So on one hand it's a Philips, on the other hand it's at least original, and ticks all my boxes for the FM conversion. I don't know how well it would work on this. It's got an RF stage, so it should perform reasonably well, and short wave, but I don't know what I'm up against in terms of getting it going. I have no idea if it works or not. Down here we've got a power cord. Oh, we don't have a power plug. Okay, and this looks like a field coil speaker. Hopefully the field coil's intact. The wiring goes straight into the side of the chassis. It doesn't have the usual plug. Just looking at the dial here, it looks very similar to the Philips radios of the time, except it doesn't say radio player or Philips. But the style of the dial is very similar. The logo down the back bottom here though is Britain, and I can't see Philips written anywhere on it. So we've got volume, which turns continually actually. Oops, I think that, yeah, that is solid. That's not moving. It was just a knob turning on the shaft. Tone. Okay, so it's got 3 tone settings. Tuning. Ooh, that's not going to work. It's a Philips. Wave change. That only appears to have 2 positions, broadcast and short wave, and there's no click between the two, which is a little bit disturbing. It could just be the knob turning. Yeah, I think it's just the knob turning on the shaft. So anyway, that's the Britain, and in its way it's an interesting radio, I guess a piece of Australian history as well. They won't be very common, there probably weren't a lot of them made. I've never seen one before, but hopefully I could get that fixed up and running. Now this is another one that I'm considering doing next. Another huge lump of a radio that is really big. I don't know how wide it is, but it's enormous. It's a Radiola, AWA Radiola, again an Australian radio. It appears to be AM only, off on bass treble, soft loud. Can't get much simpler than that. It has a magic eye in there. Dial's nice. That's probably not the original speaker cloth, but it is reasonable. Now this is a customer repair, or restoration I should say. It's not mine. He has done a job on the cabinet, and I don't know if he wants me to work on that or not. It's okay as it is, although it's come out rather dark, and yeah, I'll see how far he wants me to go with that. It is huge, but I dare say it would sound pretty good. Let's have a look in the back of it. Now the other thing with this one is given me another similar radio as a scrap chassis for parts if I need them. We'll have a look at that in just a minute. So let's just turn it around, and again I have to do this carefully because I can't, it only just fits on the bench. Now this does have a back panel on it, which the owner made up for it. It strikes me that it doesn't have a lot of ventilation in it. Held on with Phillips screws. What does that say? Cabinet by Dickon, Sydney. So made in Sydney, obviously. So let's get the back panel off this one and have a look inside it, see what we're up against. Okay, I've got an earth hanging out there and an aerial hanging out here. I'll just pull them out. And this looks to be in reasonable condition inside. It's got the valve types written here, so 5Y3, a 6V6 on the output, 6G, 8G, a 6U7, a 6J8, and I can't work out what that one says. And it has a field coil speaker again with the cord going straight in. Looking inside there, 3-gang tuning capacitor, but it looks to be at a funny angle, so there's something not quite right about the way that's mounted. And it has a mains power socket mounted on the side of the chassis here, an old Bakelite one that looks original-ish. Possibly to run a record player or something like that. I don't know what model this is. Inside here it's got a valve diagram, and you can probably see that better than I can, but letters of patent, valves, patents and whatever. I can't see a model number there though, yet. Up above that it's got a notice telling you not to do anything silly. Oh, here we go, on the cabinet. Model. What is that? 5 or 617CW. Is that a 6 or a 5? Anyway, that will help me find it. 6, I think. 617CW. And this will possibly be an input for the record player that you plug into the socket on the side here. So this will probably be an interesting one to work on, if a bit clunky and agricultural. Unfortunately it doesn't have the original knobs. This looks like a doorknob. It's certainly not going to do anything. That might be a wave change switch. I didn't think it had shortwave, perhaps it does. And this will be tuning. Moving the tuning knob, I can see that that tries to turn, but it doesn't go very far at all. It starts to slip, and the angle that that tuning capacitor is mounted at concerns me a bit. Probably an easy enough fix, but gee, I've said that before and been wrong. Now this is the parts radio that the owner gave me with the other one, and the cabinet's identical. It's got the original finish on it. It's a little bit knocked about, but the main problem with this is that he had tried to clean the dial, and you can see there most of the letters are scattered all over the place. And I believe that he bought this radio with the other dial in it and swapped the dials over. So that limits what we can do with it for a start. Although having a good dial in the other one, I might be able to scan that and get one made for it. I don't know if it's worth the effort or not. Anyway, let's have a look around the back of this one. And looking at this, this appears to be the same chassis, but it's got this separate, looks like a separate power supply module in it. And the speaker is, yeah, it's a permanent magnet speaker by the looks of it, with a neat little plug on the back. Yep, permanent magnet. Now this has got model 6171W. Is that what was on the other one? I forget. The speaker looks pretty mangled up, although it's not beyond repair. So what's all this then? Obviously the power supply. And well, what's this? This is okay. Don't know what that's about. Looks like an audio input plug on there, but I'm not too sure. I'm going to put the speaker up in here for the moment, out of harm's way, for what it's worth. So this has a separate power supply chassis, which looks to have been, well, yeah, looks to have been grafted on. I don't really know. It looks as if it comes out altogether. My guess is that this may have been a battery version of the radio and been converted to mains. Whatever it is, it's been got at. What's this here? Is that an output transformer or a... No, that's just a choke. So yeah, it's got a choke instead of the field coil. It might work. Interesting plaiting on this cable here. And no mains plug. You would expect this to have a mains cord going into it. Oh, hang on, this would have been it probably. Anyway, this might be useful even just for the power supply. He did say I can keep this if I want it, so we'll see. It's got some valves in it that might be useful. I don't know what they are. Oh, 5Y3, yeah, so it's been converted to, if it was a battery set, it's been converted. This will be a 6V6 again, no doubt. Yep. Made in USA. Philips 6B8. Is that a 6B8? And I don't know about the rest, of course. Now another one that I'm seriously considering doing something with is this neat Telefunken. I think I've showed you this one before in a previous video. It's neat and little compared to the other two, and a good deal lighter to lift, I can tell you. And the problem with this, gee, that's got a few cobwebs on it. Yes, the problem with this was the power supply. As I recall, it had no HT at all. I don't even know if the valves light up, if it's got filament voltage, or no power supply at all. And I haven't looked further. I haven't taken it out of the cabinet. It is how I found it. I don't know what all this stuff is in the bottom here. So it's a bit of a mess, but I think it could be got going, and I think it will be worth the effort. Now the other thing I've got, which I hadn't really considered until now, but I saw it again when I was looking up on the shelf there, is this Nordmende. It's potentially a very nice radio. It's a bit the worse for wear. It's got some nasty stains on the grill cloth there. The cabinet looks okay from a distance, but the woodwork's all cracked up here. You can see it's lifting there, and this is quite thick, almost plastic coating. I think I saw Dave Tipton use a hot air gun to remove this type of finish. Now this has been wrapped in plastic in the year or more since I got it, and I have shown it to you before, but with the plastic on I didn't take it off. Someone suggested in the comments that I should take it off because it might damage the surface. Well, the surface is going to have to come off anyway, but I thought it's probably a good idea. I don't know if there are these marks here which probably are from the plastic. Yeah, they rub off. So that's fine, but it's not going to get rid of the damage we've got along here. Now the other damage on it is here on the dial. There are these two areas where it's turned green, and I think that's where there's felt pressing against the back of it. I think it must be some bracket that rests against the dial, and I'm concerned that if I take this dial glass off or remove the chassis, that will pull the paint off altogether. And I don't know if I could line it up again, or if there's anything I can do to make that better. I really don't know. It's fairly obvious, and I'm not really sure what to do with it. Looking at the back of it, it does have a back panel on it. ELECTROSOUND or something. I don't know what that says in German. So it says Parsifal. I was wondering what type of Nordmende it was. Now I did have the idea that this had no speakers in it, and I don't know how I could tell that, because with the plastic over it you couldn't really see through the back very well. I guess I may have been able to get a look inside, and I suspect that is the case, but let's have a look at what it's like. So a couple of screws. These are small and probably original. Yep, that one's identical. Well, I was right, it doesn't have any speakers. I must have caught a glimpse through the back. It looks reasonably intact inside. Now we've got a steerable ferrite rod. Oh look, that's falling off. That's not great. It'll need adjusting again. We have the original cord with the 2-pin European plug, so I would suggest that this has never been plugged in Australia, unless they had an adapter, but it seems unlikely. I don't really remember the person I bought this from. I think it was a lady who said it was only used for display, and that would be right, but it clearly had two elliptical speakers, quite big ones, and these side ones may have been electrostatic tweeters, or I've seen some with another arrangement for tweeters, had some kind of a tube between them. I don't know if that's what this had. I can probably find out easily enough, but I guess the thing will be whether or not the rest of it's okay, and whether I can find speakers. Well, I probably won't be able to find the original speakers for it, but if I can find something good enough to make it work in a reasonable fashion. Looking back here, you can just see the magic eye tube here, and the bracket that holds it is what is pressed against the front glass and has turned it green. I don't know if I've got any chance of fixing that at all. Looking at that, I don't think so. So tell me what you think in the comments. Is this a basket case or is it worth the effort? And if anyone has any tips to deal with this, or indeed the cracking varnish, although that's probably less of a problem, let me know in the comments what you think. Anyway, that's what I've got lined up, and when I get back I'll be getting started on one of these. So thanks for watching, let me know what you think, and we'll catch you next time. Bye for now.